What up, this is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Netflix new series, Japan Sinks 2020. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you would like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. You know the drill. They've asked me to not spill spoilers, therefore, this video review is spoiler-free. I repeat, there are no spoilers in this video review. Prior to this, I didn't know that the book on which this show is based had actually been adapted a few times before. Perhaps you've seen the 1973 movie Tidal Wave or its 2006 reboot Sinking of Japan, which of course had much better visual effects. Natural disaster stories like this are probably director Roland Emmerich's wet dream. I mean, I'm surprised that he hasn't entertained the idea of making his own version of Japan Sinks. But since this show is the only version that I have ever come across, well, you'll be glad to know that Japan Sinks 2020 is an incredible and heart-wrenching work of art. From its excellent 2D animation to its compelling story and also its deeply moving score, Japan Sinks 2020 examines our painful grieving process and our primal desperate need for survival as humanity hangs in the balance. Based on Sokyo Komatsu's best-selling novel, scripted by Toshio Yoshitaka, and directed by Masaaki Yuasa, Japan Sinks 2020 is about a current ordinary family in Japan struggling to survive in such a catastrophic world. 14-year-old Ayumu is an aspiring track and field player. She lives with her younger brother and video game aficionado Go, her mother Mari, a former swimmer who is optimistic, and her father Koichiro, who has survival skills and is always dependable. One day, a major earthquake suddenly strikes Japan and changes the way they live their lives as they desperately escape Tokyo, but the Japanese archipelago gradually begins to creak and stands in their way. Before we get to the substance of it, for those of you who enjoy big spectacle, this show's got it, man. For a format such as this, the disaster sequences are surprisingly epic. The destructions are massive, no holds barred, and the depiction of human casualties is not there just for the sake of this show being all graphic. It's done in a way that leaves you with a heavy heart, like you can feel the survivors' anguish over the loss of their loved ones. There's a sequence in which a mountain is collapsing and the animation displays it by sort of splitting the images of the mountain as it's coming down, slice by slice, very surgical and precise. I may not be an expert on animation, but the things that this show pulls off are a sight to behold. 1,000 credits to the brilliant and diligent folks at the Japanese animation studio Science Saru. Okay, so at the heart of the story is this small family who travels together to find shelter and safety. Along the way, they face challenges from two dangerous elements, one being what the earthquake reveals about the island. Now, these are sneaky bastards because you can't tell what the earthquake has unleashed or is about to unleash. Nobody is safe on this show, which is why the loss, whenever it happens, it is devastating for both the characters and the audiences because we've been following their journey even for just one episode. Now, the other dangerous element being the people that they encounter. In times of scarcity, folks are pushed to the brink of selfishness and insanity. They fight over resources. Many of them have gotten territorial. You don't know who you can trust. It kind of reminds me of the first few seasons of The Walking Dead, actually, minus the zombies. The threats that they face here can get real intense. You feel concerned and worried about the family every step of the way. But mind you, This is not San Andreas movie, where The Rock plays daredevil against a string of earthquakes that are seemingly out to get him. While Japan Sinks 2020 does have its thrills, the show is basically an emotional drama, a character study about relationship between mother and daughter, and the way the kids have to essentially grow up fast because their adolescence has been ripped out from under them, about the strangers that become allies and the strangers around whom they need to keep their guard up. It's about self-reflection and finding your inner strength in a time when it's so easy to just give up and fall apart. These are the things that this show invites you to explore in its most delicate but unyielding manner.